Hey everybody, it's Clint. Welcome to Sweetcast. I may have mentioned a few videos ago, a while ago, that when I was younger, I wanted to get into skateboarding, and I do actually skateboard. That's something you didn't know about me. I'm not very good at it, but it is fun, and it's something that lately I've been doing with my son. And the point of this video is not to talk about skateboarding, so I'll actually push it to myself here in a minute, but we're going to go over here first. There we go. Anyway, the point, I want to do it this way. The point of this video is I saw Todd McFarlane saying that he didn't like the idea, or it wasn't profitable to make action figures for girls. He could make one action figure for girls and put that in the boy aisle and launch it with some other action figures that were of boys, male characters, and he could probably sell that one female character. But he couldn't sell a lot of those characters. He couldn't sell a lot of those action figures. If he released a full line of female action figures, they would not sell. Essentially, he said more to it, but that is what the headline said. Now, the biggest sin here, the biggest misconception, is that men and women are exactly the same and we're just conditioned differently. Why on earth all of academia has accepted the idea of nurture over nature, I don't know. That was the age-old question, but in this case, they've already decided what the answer is. I don't know why. It's strange. Having said that, beyond that, I gotta tell you, I will from time to time teach a marketing class to small business owners that are starting businesses. And one of the big things to that marketing class is you have to create a customer avatar. So what that means is you're essentially boiling down your customer into one particular archetype. Like, what exactly is your customer? And in some cases, your customer is going to be between the ages of 30 and 50, is going to be a male, is going to be an engineer, something in that field, yada yada yada. You're going to go down the line, and it's as much information as you can possibly get on them. You want to get, including their gender. Now, every time that I will present this concept, or that it gets brought up anywhere from any of my colleagues, people will say, isn't that kind of presumptuous? Like, why on earth would you want to limit your customer base by picking just that one customer? And I am telling you that this is the number one flaw. There's an airplane. Number one flaw that business owners have when it comes to marketing is they're trying to market to everybody. They're unable to pick that customer and go with that customer and just market to that one customer. This is how business works. That's what separates successful businesses from not successful businesses, at least in that phase when it comes to marketing. This is exactly the school of thought that Todd McFarlane comes from, because he is a successful business owner. He's launched businesses. He knows how it works. This is how the comic book industry has operated for a number of years. And you could say, hey, generally speaking, we don't know why. It doesn't matter if it's nature or nurture, but it turns out that most boys tend to like these sorts of things. You can assume and cater to those boys. Now, are you going to get some females in there, some girls that are going to want to read those comics? Yes. But that doesn't mean that you should be marketing to girls if that is your target market. Now, if you want to make comics for girls, that's awesome. What you should do is market to, again, pick your customer avatar, pick exactly what kind of girl it is that reads comics and what she likes to read, and make comics specifically for her. You can do that. And that is going to be a more successful recipe for success. What doesn't work is leading by ideology. Clearly it doesn't work. And that is, hey, all we need to do is show girls how awesome these traditional boy comics are, and they're going to love these different boy comics. Not the case. That has not been proven to be true. Again, there are going to be outliers, but that's not how you do things. So the reason I had my skateboard is because it got me thinking that, I was talking to my son and I was like, hey, let's do some skateboarding together and get you into it. And I wanted to make sure it was something he could commit to. So I made him save up money and buy his own trucks. And then he saved up money, and then I got him a deck, and we went from there. And so he's been pretty committed to doing it. My daughter said, hey, I want a skateboard too, and I gave her the same option. I said, I will buy you some, or I'll pay for half your trucks. You save up money, earn the trucks, and we'll get you the rest of the skateboard. And I also, as I told this to my boy too, you had to practice every day with one of my boards in order to demonstrate that it's something that you really want to do, that you want to spend the money on and be committed to, so we don't just have all these skateboards sitting around the house. And my daughter said, nah, I'm going to pass. Now, is that because she is a girl? Maybe. Is it, but not certainly. Is it because there are other things that are more interesting to her? Possibly, probably. But my point is that you don't want to say, hey, other kinds of customers cannot have access to my product. What you want to say is it's an equal opportunity. You can sell to anybody, but the target market is what it is. You have to fully accept that and allow people to make purchasing decisions however they will. Anyway, that is my video on it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Let's see if I can hurt myself.